Hello. So I'm taking a break from drafting the light plot for Groundhog Day because Vectorworks hates me, and I thought I'd do my video for today because it's also getting kind of late. And I had a very long day because we're in tech for yet another show. We have one more dress rehearsal for the radio plays, and they're a lot of fun. It's a short show. Two There are two short radio scripts, some commercials that the students wrote. They're having fun reviving the style, and that opens on Thursday. I will post the link to tickets so you can listen in. Tickets, it's donations for the department, so uh, feel free to help out with that. So I got a post in my attached to my Facebook page today, like my professional Facebook page, not my personal, um, and it's now I live in theater. It is the world that I grew up in. It is the world that I embraced, and so I obviously inherently see the value in it. And it's not that I haven't met people or come across people that disagree. It's just been a really long time, and since most of the circles I run in are artists, I don't hit that very much, or find people that don't think it should be in schools. No, I don't think this person intended to say they don't find value in it. They just don't think it should be in schools. Okay, that's an opinion. I believe it's incorrect. Uh, and I can say that emotionally I believe it's incorrect because I see what it does for kids every day. And I have them come back and tell me this is what got me through school. And they come back and tell me I learned so much. And they come back and tell me this was the best part about my high school experience. Uh, so there are a lot of anecdotal and evidence, non-physical, non-data driven evidence that theater is important in schools. But there's also a tremendous amount of real research. Uh, and now I'm not a fan of standardized tests, but there is, of course, research based around test scores that show how students who participate in the arts, theater, music, performing arts do better on standardized test scores. There are reams of research about cognition and connection to the arts. Uh, there are uh, reams of data about students who are in music uh, are have better understanding of math. Students who are in theater have better reading comprehension because they read scripts and they connect that, and that solidifies things in their brain. So there is all kinds of evidence, scientific, research-based evidence, as well as just the anecdotes that theater teachers and people who work in theater, whether they're teachers or not, run into daily, and the reason that they get into the art as a profession. There is also, one of the comments or part of the comment was to the effect that it's a hobby and it doesn't contribute to the economy. It was kind of the sum up, at least what I gathered from reading it, the sum up of the comment. Entertainment is a $1 trillion industry in this country. It is huge. And you think about high school theater or community theater, people have a very narrow view of what that is. But let's look at what that exposes people to, and let's look at what doors that opens for people. Entertainment industry is everything from sports entertainment. So let's look at um, event management, entertainment venues, planning. If you've ever been to, let's say, a basketball game, let's say the Bucks, because that's the most recent one that I've been to. If you've been to a Bucks game, there is an entire entertainment afternoon, an event built around that game. The players are on the court for a very short amount of time compared to everything that goes on. All of that is entertainment. All of that is based in putting on a show. Television, music, videos, um, streaming videos. There's a whole, there are now, it's not just It's not just studios that are making television shows successfully. You've now got streaming services that have their own, and we've all seen that. Everybody watches Netflix. Everybody watches Hulu. Everybody watches, everybody's got their favorite streaming service now. And they have their own shows. They have their own scripts, their own production companies. They put it all together. Um, so, let's see, amusement parks. Lots of those jobs are theater-based because they are creating a story around the their theme park. You take we live very close to Six Flags. You take Six Flags. There is design involved in standing in line outside of the roller coasters. There's a story being told there. That is all design. That is all based in the things that people learn when they're in high school theater. And that's where most people are exposed to that. Many of them. Of course, people come to the industry in other ways, but if you can find that love early, then you're not fumbling around through life trying to figure out what you want to do. And a lot of people do find it early. They find it in high school and they find it in community theaters because that's an easy place to start. So I responded to this post, I think kindly. I said I disagree, and here's why. The other reality is if you ask business owners and people who hire, my husband's in HR, my dad is in HR, if you talk to them about what they need in an employee, what they need is someone who can look them in the eye, shake their hand, introduce themselves, communicate, and be a human being in that business. The skills can be taught. Now, it'd be great if everybody came out of high school with all of the basic skills that they need for everything. I would love that. But people need the soft skills that they gain being in activities like the arts. Communication is huge, presentation is huge, public speaking is huge. All of those things they're not taught in English classes. They're not taught in math classes. They're not taught in social studies classes, and our students are not getting these things as they are coming through middle schools. They're just not. So, and we could get into the issues with education. That's a whole nother can of worms. So anyway, that was my thoughts for today and my response to someone who just doesn't agree with what I do, and that's fine. They don't have to. They are free to be wrong. So hope you guys have a great week. I will do another update from the theater on Tech Week, and yeah, find a show, go see it. Check out our radio shows. I'll put a link in the comments. Subscribe if you want to hear more about us, what we do, what I do, what the students are up to. And we are inching closer to ITF, International Thespian Festival. I am fighting with Vectorworks. I am fighting with Vectorworks. So I'm probably going to close it up for tonight because I need to walk away and let my brain rest. But at least I've got a handle on the plot. And that's a whole other story. So you'll have a fantastic night.